guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Jasmine, and today's video I'm going to be talking all about my freshman year of college, everything that happened, and my expectations versus reality. Before we get into this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be posting a lot more college videos as we get closer to the fall, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let's just get right into it. Okay, so just to start everything off, I go to SMU, Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. I major in marketing and film, and I'm class of 2023, so I'm going to be a sophomore next year. So SMU is about 8,000 students, so it's like a medium-sized school, and I said this in my Being Black at a PWI video. I think it's like 4 or 5% Black. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's like something in that realm. If you want to hear more about my minority experience, you can watch that video. But basically, I'm just going to start with what happened before I moved in. Okay, so basically before I moved in, I was put in a lot of different group chats, and I was also in Facebook groups for class of 2023, so you could get to know other people from your class, and I found that really helpful to be put in group chats because when we all got to orientation, we all like met up with each other. It was nice to have faces that you could recognize when you first get there. For me, I really wanted to get to know some of the other Black girls that were in my class, so I found group chats for like Black girls class of 2023, and then we all like met up at orientation, so that was really helpful. So if you're in group chats already and you're going to college for the first time as a freshman in the fall, I think group chats are really helpful to get to know people, and you could actually make some really good friends in those group chats. So when I moved in, I got the chance to move in early because I was in these 2 different programs that allowed me to move in early, and that was really nice because there wasn't a lot of people there, and we could kind of like take our time. It wasn't crowded or anything like that, and and I go to school in Dallas, so it was really hot outside, so it was nice just kind of have that space and just be able to leisurely move in and everything like that. I remember it took us like a long time to move in. I like started moving in at 9 a.m. and then my parents didn't leave till like 6 p.m. I don't know why it took that long, but it was just nice to be able to have as much time as possible. I'm sure that whatever school you go to, there are some programs that would allow you to move in early, so you should check into that, see if that's something you want to do, because I found that really helpful. Okay, so in terms of roommates, I met mine on Instagram. And we chose each other. We didn't do random, and it was just really nice to know my roommate beforehand. And I think we worked really well together. We were both messy. Like, I was definitely the messier one, but we both didn't really care that much about cleanliness. The only thing is that we both had really different sleep schedules. Like, I always went to bed really early, and I always felt bad about that because I'm a really light sleeper, and I always liked when the lights were turned off, so I just felt bad always going to sleep early, and like the room was dark, and like she was still up. She still needed to be up, so I just always felt bad about that. But other than that, like, we worked really well together, and it was just nice having a roommate that wasn't like very nitpicky or anything like that, if that makes sense. In terms of academics, for me personally, I thought it was kind of easier than high school, and I didn't really necessarily expect that. I didn't expect it to be super hard, but I didn't expect it to be easier than high school. I think it was easier than high school mainly because my senior year was just really difficult. It was definitely my hardest year of high school, so going in as a freshman of college, it did not compare to my senior year of high school at all. I would say that although it was easier, it was also like a different kind of hard, which I didn't really expect going into it. And the reason it was a different kind of hard is because like, your tests are worth more of your grades, so you don't really have room to slip up for the most part, if that makes sense. So like in high school, if you did bad on one test, it was okay because you could make it up at the next test and like the homework and everything like that. But in college, it's like maybe 3 tests including the final for the semester, so you have to do good on all those tests, and that made it like a different kind of hard for me because I was always used to like having a cushion to be able to kind of slip up sometimes, but for college that wasn't the case. I had to study really hard for one test, and if I did bad on that test, it was kind of like, oh, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like extracurriculars, clubs, everything like that, one thing that I didn't expect was that you have to apply to a lot of clubs or interview for a lot of clubs, and I did not expect that at all. You know, in high school you could kind of just join it and be in it, but if you wanted to be like on an exec board or like be a part of a club, a lot of them I had to apply for or do an interview. It's not as serious as a job interview or anything like that, but I just did not expect having to do all of that just to be to be on the exec board for a club or something like that. Not all the clubs have the interviews and applications, but a lot of them that I'm in now, I did have to apply or like interview for. I did interviews for some clubs I didn't get into. In terms of the social life in college, one thing I didn't expect was how nice people were. I didn't expect people to be mean, but I guess it was like a Southern hospitality thing. Like, people were just really, really friendly and nice. And I don't know, people like say ma'am and sir and things like that. I don't know, people don't really say that in Oregon. And that was really nice, just having nice people around. And one thing I didn't expect about the social aspect of college is that people are like really chill and always open to making new friends for the most part, I would say. I mean, it was different in high school where like there's popularity and you only talk to like, well, at least this was my high school, like there was popularity and you only talked to the people you were friends with, you know, like there were different cliques and everything like that. And while everyone in college kind of forms their little friend groups, I think people are still always willing to make friends and people are really chill. And also one thing I didn't expect, what I really like, is that you can make friends with people in your classes and become like actually good friends with them. Like if you sit next to someone on the first day of class and then you start talking to them, you can become good friends by the end of the semester. So that was really nice. That's something I did not expect. And also in terms of parties, something I did not expect at all is that the parties are at clubs. I thought all the parties were gonna be at houses. So yeah, I did not expect that. Maybe I think it depends on the school, but at SMU, most of the parties are like, there's like a pregame at a house and then you go to a club for the actual party. And I don't know, I just thought that was really weird. I don't know, that's just how it is. I did not see that coming at all. Oh, another thing in terms of social is that I did not expect to make friends as fast as I did. A lot of my really close friends I got to know like the first day of orientation, and then we became really close throughout the semester. But that's something I did not expect. I did not expect to make friends that quickly. And one thing I would say is that when you're starting at college, I know it's going to be different this year with Corona and like not everyone gets to go to school in person, but if you are and you're having some form of orientation, I would definitely try to take advantage of that and meet as many people as possible, because I think you can make some really good friends at orientation, especially when everyone is new and no one really has any friends. That's a really good chance to make friends, and I'm really happy that I made the friends that I did during orientation. And of course, college is different from high school. You can keep making friends and people from all different areas of the school, like different clubs, different majors. Like you can make friends with so many different people like throughout your time there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And I'm gonna have more college videos in the future closer to the fall, so be on the lookout for that. But thanks so much for watching. Bye.